This is the Ettal Mountains in Germany. Beautiful forests, huge mountains, steep hills, but that's not why we're here today. Have I got a surprise for you? Follow me. That is the all-new Audi SQ5 TDI. We have been waiting for this car for a solid 2 years to return to Australia. It launched in like 2013 and then disappeared and we got the petrol model. Under there is a 3-litre TDI diesel engine pumping out 255 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters. Best thing is, it sounds like a German battle tank. Seriously, it sounds louder than the previous edition. But 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds. That was the original performance criteria, the performance claim of the original TDI SQ5. It's still 5.1 seconds, but back in the day, they reckon you could get nowhere near 5.1 seconds. Realistically, it was 5.6. They tell us this is a genuine 5.1 second car. But it's not really about the performance. We've been driving in torrential rain this morning and this car is humming along at about 200, safe as houses, and does it sound good. That's why you buy this car over the petrol version. We have no idea of price or spec yet. It is not confirmed for Australia, but put your house on it that we are going to get this baby. Now I want to show you inside the car too, because it's spectacular, particularly the way this has been spec'd. Okay, so we've got this magnificent tan leather that goes perfectly with this army or dark green, forest green if you like. Sportsline seats, they are amazingly comfortable, they're quilted. It really doesn't get any better, and of course Audi's, well, I want to say bespoke, but it's not, but their craftsmanship inside the interiors is, well, there's no words, it's simply the benchmark. But this one is a generation or a half a generation behind. So we still have Audi's virtual cockpit here, the 12.3 inch screen, but we have an tablet, I guess, floating tablet here, not the 10.1 inch screen that's on the new Audis like the A7. So that's okay though, because it's all about the sound of this engine and the way this diesel just works. It's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Now, why not a dual clutch? Because I'm telling you, shifting down from about 180, 3 gears, and this thing is just bang, bang, bang. It's like a dual clutch, but with all the smoothness. If anything, I think this car is actually smoother than before, but look, you've seen it. Let's go for a drive, and we can hopefully you'll hear the magnificent German battle tank engine sound that this diesel delivers, because it's pretty fantastic. So SQ5 TDI, we've been waiting for this vehicle for so long, well, 2 years. Why? Because the petrol version that came out in 17, the SQ5 was slower than the original diesel TDI, and it just didn't sound any good. Well, not to me anyway. The great advantage of this high performance diesel is that it absolutely sounds fabulous. Even when you're crawling around a car park at 15 k's or 10 k's an hour, it still sounds grunty, and it sounds like a German battle tank, which you can't get enough of. And it also really goes hard. I mean, 255 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters, and that's about 50 Newton meters more than the previous iteration, and certainly less kilowatts, way less kilowatts. But here's the interesting fact, is that this thing will accelerate from 0 to 100 k's in 5.1 seconds. Now that, I know what you're saying, that's the same as the previous generation that came out in 2013-14. Big news for this thing is that it doesn't use a dual clutch, 7-speed dual clutch transmission like the SQ2. It uses an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and it simply doesn't feel like you're driving an automatic gearbox, because the shifts are just absolutely crackingly instant. Just get around this guy up now quickly. it's got a lot of torque. I mean, you just can't get anywhere near its expiry of the torque band. It just keeps building that pull. And of course the grip from this Quattro drivetrain is absolutely magnificent. We've always said the Audi Quattro system is absolutely bulletproof in rain or inclement conditions like we've got here in Germany today. But look, we'll wait. I do think we are going to get the SQ5 TDI in Australia. They earmarked that back in February this year, and the deal is still not worked out, but it will arrive, I'm almost certain with that, and it will come pretty much fully loaded with virtual cockpit and this previous generation, albeit 8.1 inch infotainment screen, MMI screen. So there you have it. Let's hope we get the SQ5 because you're going to love the sound of it.